the girl, his cousin and the girl. Do you know what I'm talking about? That part of the movie made no fucking sense. Like that.
Which part was that?
The part where it was just another reason to have someone else holding a camera.
Yeah.
And it was the girl with the cousin. You know what I'm talking about? The popular
Yeah,
cousin.
I know what you're talking
Like that part of the movie was so unnecessary. Other than to just have her holding a camera.
But I'm not saying that was the problem with the problem with that I didn't like is it takes you outside of the movie. We've
been doing the podcast for 45 minutes, Chris.
Takes you out of the movie. No, we've been doing the podcast for 30 seconds. But let's finish this conversation real quick.
Let's finish this out.
Anyway, so
hold on. Let me make my 30-minute point.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Do it.
Well. What if the podcast was literally just that the entire time?
We were just singing the whole time.
That'd be so great.
All right. Welcome to P3E Podcast.
P3E in your face, motherfuckers.
The Halloween edition.
Wasn't Garrett doing a jingle this time?
I'll put in the jingle. The jingle's just
You
like
probably
the song.
already heard the jingle, guys.
Yeah.
So, or we'll cut off to it now. Jingle. All right. Welcome back from the jingle.
Guys, that was a great jingle. Fantastic choice, Garrett.
Yes. Great choice.
Great choice.
They say that now until I pick the jingle. It's gonna be something that you all fucking
Guys. On a serious note, I hated Garrett's jingle.
I know. Oh my god.
I thought it was terrible. It was the worst piece of shit I ever heard. Hold on.
This is Angelo.
I just don't think he's part of. I don't think he's part of our creative vision.
I don't think he knows what we're doing.
I know.
He's never been supportive from the beginning of it. I want him off the podcast.
What are you guys
I know.
whispering
This is-
about?
Oh, Garrett.
Garrett. Oh, hey.
We love your creative choices. That's all we're saying.
Yes. Anyway, so it's Halloween
Look at
after
that.
all.
5
and
seconds into the podcast, bits rolling off the shit. Okay.
And you guys are actually listening to it
Rolling
after
on the shit.
Halloween,
Put
but
that on a t-shirt. Boom.
I hope you all are
I'm taking off this
enjoyed your
banana.
Halloween. We are actually in the spirit of the holiday, so we're going to
Sort
go
of.
around and say our costume that we are wearing as we introduce each other. So as we do a quick sign off, my name's Angelo, and today I am Seaman Angelo.
You're dressed up like a sperm cell or something?
No, I'm dressed up as a
He's-
naval person.
Gotcha.
But he looks exactly like Donald Duck.
A little bit.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
If only he could quack. Garrett, I'm a
can't.
banana. Enough said.
I'm Chris. I was too lazy and lacked funds to make/buy a costume.
You lack fun?
Funds. He said funds.
I don't have enough fun to dress up for Halloween.
I'm Scott, and I'm dressed up as Jim Carrey as the Riddler. So I'm dressed up. It has layers.
It's an Inception costume.
Exactly. I'm dressed up
fucking-
as Jim
you're an
Carrey,
onion.
dressed up as the Riddler.
Like Robert Downey Jr. dressed up as the guy in Tropic Thunder.
Yes, exactly.
playing a dude dressed up like another dude.
McCluskey? I can't do it.
So, that's the one voice you can't do.
Damn it.
Oh man.
I love that movie.
So let's bring up the article. Did we decide on the meatloaf one?
Meatloaf one.
Okay.
But hold on.
I do like that
on.
other one, though.
Let's. I wanted to ambush you guys. I let them know
okay.
about this before the podcast. I'm going to ambush them. What the fuck is P3E Extra? What is that? And why was I not a part of it?
Yeah.
Dude,
Why wasn't I
You
in it?
Because you weren't
motherfuckers.
here. 'Cause you weren't here.
Hold on.
Okay.
You
No.
motherfucker.
No.
Garrett,
You hold on.
let me get
You
this out.
hold on.
Let me get
You
this
fucking
out.
suck.
Garrett, you motherfuckers did a podcast without Chris and I.
What are you doing?
Yeah,
Without
fuck
Chris
you.
and I.
I have animal crackers.
That's
Okay, that was
was a word
Hassan,
from Hassan.
this is a serious thing.
Hassan escaped from the
Hassan.
insane asylum.
Okay.
Again.
Okay, now
Listen.
I'm pissed.
He's our special friend.
I should have closed the door.
Okay. Let's take that again. Maybe we'll edit this out. And we'll take
Maybe.
this
Maybe.
Okay, anyway. You motherfuckers did a podcast without Chris and I.
Yeah,
Wh-
fuck
and
you.
All you did every
Fuck
week.
me.
And hold on. Every week I say, hey guys, I want to talk about Ben, Angelo's boyfriend. I want to talk about Ben. And then I say, I want to talk about American Horror Story. Then I'm like, I want to do Would You Rathers. Then what the fuck happens? I leave. What do you guys talk about on the podcast? You fucking do Would You Rathers. You got Ben on the podcast. You got fucking American Horror Story. You even talk about Hurricane Sandy. How many weeks have I been saying, let's talk about Hurricane Sandy?
None.
Fuck you.
Actually,
Fuck
I don't-
you.
You
Fuck
don't watch American
Actually-
Horror Story.
Scott,
Yeah.
I don't think you've mentioned this at all.
All right, maybe I overreacted. Maybe I overreacted.
Just like automatic.
Maybe I
just
overreacted.
do it
And
right
didn't
there.
you like the guests, the fresh new voices on P3?
I'm still pissed
They
that you
weren't
guys
my
did a
voices.
podcast without
They
me.
weren't my voices. I fucking.
You weren't here.
Did you? Well,
You
did you?
weren't here.
Well, do you
Well,
want to hear
why'd
the
you
story?
make a podcast?
We were gonna call you and be like, "Hey, dude, we're gonna do a podcast. You want to come over? You want to?"
No, we didn't do. We weren't going to do that. We were going
I
to.
far out better podcast than what you guys made that night.
Oh, wow.
I am podcast gold. Do you,
You know what?
understand?
Can you go ahead and upload that podcast
I'll
from
make
the
my
iPhone?
own podcast.
Go ahead.
Can I actually tell you the story behind the podcast? So
There you go.
So me and Garrett are sitting around.
He's
I
so
guess.
calm
I
and
guess.
serene about it.
We are bored as hell in the room, and we're just
No,
like,
correction,
we're like,
correction. You were bored.
Okay, I was pretty
Ben
bored.
and I, we were not bored.
I was
You were
bored.
bored.
And Garrett's like, well, let's watch a movie. And I was like, in that point where I had to do something that, like, jogged my mind, and I didn't
I
really
said
want
movies couldn't do
To
that.
be honest, I didn't want to watch Titanic at the time because I was like, this is a long ass
It
movie.
was all a way to get out of seeing Titanic.
This is a long ass movie.
Possibly
and I
one
do
of the
not-
greatest movies ever made.
I didn't want to watch it. I wanted to be fresh to watch it. I
And
wanted
now
to be
in
available. to watch it.
3D.
Yeah,
You can
so-
practically feel James Cameron take the money out of your wallets.
Yes. A true story
alright.
that inspired so many tales.
Scott, next weekend we're doing a podcast without these two losers.
Yeah.
Well, no, you didn't finish giving the concept. So we created this concept. So we thought, oh, well, we'll get guests to, have other two people. Because we were like, let's do a podcast. That was Garrett was like, oh, wait, why don't we do a podcast? And I was like, well, yeah, we can do guests and, blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, well, why don't we do this, as a reoccurring thing? But instead of me and Garrett always doing it, you guys can do it sometimes. So you guys can bring
it
on
can
your
interface.
guests.
I don't care.
And you...
What I'm mad about is the topics, guys. Topics.
You never mentioned any of the topics
by all means,
beforehand.
if you want to talk about American Horror Story, which you have never talked about up until now, by all means, it will be
have
your
you even
podcast.
seen the show?
Guys.
You will have the floor.
This was okay. Let me explain it. That was fake anger.
Oh, really? Was it, Scott?
It was
Really?
We were going with the bits,
Well, guess
Scott.
what?
You
now
guys
you got
weren't
real
going
anger.
with the bit.
Now you got real anger. I'm coming over there.
All I was saying, Garrett's actually coming over here. He's hitting me. All I was saying was I was going to pretend that I had talked about all the stuff that you guys had talked about on
Yeah.
P3E, or like all the weeks before, and then you guys were like, "You guys never mentioned it." But you know what? That's fine. I like, but TV shows, guys. You guys couldn't wait for me to talk about TV
I know.
shows.
I feel bad about that, but it's how it
Oh
happened.
my God, we
and
can
how it
always.
came up.
How generic is the topic of TV shows?
But no, we could
you
talk
would have been
about
really
definitely.
pissed. You would have been really pissed if we talked about Breaking Bad.
I would have fucking shot myself in the face.
So yeah, I'm
No,
catching
don't
up
do
on
that.
Breaking Bad just to fill you guys all in.
Anyway, how much did that take up of the podcast?
We're actually 7 minutes in, so
Let's do this article.
Oh yeah.
okay. So
All right, let's
so
keep this
honestly-
quick because we have cats versus dogs.
honestly, did you like P3 Extra though?
I did
you
like
think-
P3. I enjoyed
And
listening
would
to it.
you be? Oh, sorry. Would you be interested in bringing on your own guests?
Oh,
can bring
of
on,
course.
You can bring on anybody you want
course.
because like we could do you and Chris since you didn't do the last ones, and then you guys could pick two new guests.
Right, right.
And then that's how we do it. We'd go on and off.
I mean, it's a fun idea. I mean, I enjoyed listening to it. I thought it was funny.
I'm down
think-
for that.
I think Ben is great.
Ben is pretty hilarious, just because he says random stuff.
I like it.
I'm down for making a
Well,
podcast
see,
with
Peanut.
Alright.
I knew you were
Scott,
going to do
fist
it.
bump.
We just fist bumped. You couldn't see it.
It was pretty
It was
awkward.
the worst fist bump of all time, but it was a
God.
fist bump.
All right,
You're
so,
off by like 3 knuckles.
Today's
There's a two-knuckle
article
bump.
today is Meatloaf backs Romney, citing the candidate's backbone.
Backbone.
All right,
this
so-
this is Meatloaf the food or the singer?
The singer
The
from
singer.
Rocky Horror.
From Rocky Horror.
Yes, inanimate food is going to endorse Mitt Romney.
Yeah, Hapatootie, Mitt Romney's the president. Yeah, yeah. Okay, that's just for the Rocky Horror fans.
Yeah,
no,
for the one Rocky Horror fan that's listening.
no, okay. Guys, just for the audience, I played Brad Majors in a Shadowcast of Rocky Horror recently, and it was pretty fantastic.
I'm a pretty fucking big deal.
I'm a big deal, is all I'm saying.
All these guys can suck on my dicks.
Hey, all you non-Rocky Horror fans, suck on the Rocky Horror fans' dicks.
Yo, you can suck on my asshole.
Suck on my ass.
Maybe we can cut that out. We can cut that out.
Cut that out. Edit that out. Anyway,
Nah.
go ahead. So, what did Mitt Romney say? I mean, what did Meatloaf say about Mitt Romney?
Okay, I'm actually reading that right now. Okay, so he said, "This is the most important election in the history of the United States." Meatloaf
Probably
explained.
Not true,
Because
probably.
there has storm clouds come over the United States. That's exactly as it's said. Poor grammar and all.
I feel like the elections,
There
like
is-
before and after the Civil War, were pretty important.
There is thunderstorms
Or maybe
over
the first
Europe.
one.
There are hailstorms, and I mean major hailstorms in the Middle East. There are storms brewing through China, through Asia, through everywhere. I want you to know there is one man who will stand tall in the country and fight the storm and bring the United States back to what it should be. Governor Mitt Romney.
I don't believe a word of that.
That's a dramatic reenactment of what I think Meatloaf
Dude, we
would be
found
saying.
your impression. You know how you said you can't do impressions? You do a great black woman.
I was trying to be a black reverend, but okay.
It's a black
that's
reverend.
true.
I was going to say I don't know how or where they came from, but an entire black church just appeared behind Angelo as he was saying that.
And then, like, the whole choir is like,
Yes.
praise.
Oh my god, that was so offbeat.
Anyway,
That was terrible.
I didn't say it was a good black church.
We'll edit that out. This is it's one of the bad ones.
So we're having these kinds of podcasts now.
guys.
No, it's just because they're under practice. They'll get better with time.
I see.
Anyway,
Yeah, to
it's
sprinkle on the
new.
blood.
It's a new church.
Anyway, back to the article. I don't
Anyway.
believe Mitt Romney's going to do a bit of good. When someone says that their foreign policy plan is to go after the bad guys, I don't want to vote for them.
Well, I mean, who's voting for Mitt Romney? Raise your hands.
No one racing.
And no one raised their hands.
Oh, okay. I was going to be like, and 8 people raised their hands, and then the audience was going to go, what the fuck? 8 people?
Where are these 8 people?
Yeah, I don't think any one of us is voting for Mitt Romney. I don't think Mitt Romney would be a good president, and I'm liberal.
Well, I actually.
Really? Are you sure?
I'm consider myself, I guess you could say, independent, but I also voted highly libertarian this time. Actually, I voted for Gary Johnson.
You voted for Gary Johnson.
I did. I did early voting. So if you guys haven't voted yet, consider Gary. I'm not saying vote for Gary Johnson. I'm saying consider him. Look him up. See if you like him. If you don't like him, don't vote for him. But if you like him, vote for him.
Now, did you press Gary Johnson's name on the voting machine, or did you write it on a piece of paper and throw it in the garbage?
No, I pressed it. I see what you did. I see what you did.
Hey. No, I think it's a valiant effort voting for a third-party candidate.
I understand that it's not like he's not going to win. Let's be honest. But that's the thinking that
Right.
makes it so he's not going to win.
Right.
If you are that one person that says, "Oh, I'm going to vote for an independent candidate," and then someone else says, "I'm going to vote for an
Right.
independent candidate," then that's the way
Right.
to get an independent candidate to win.
Right.
The problem is, like, nobody
Start-
focuses on
Okay, go.
Exactly. It's the media.
I was gonna
I
break
agree.
this off.
You want to dominate this freaking podcast, don't you?
I was just
If
going to start
Donald-
singing
if
"Man in
Don-
the Mirror."
If
Yes.
Donald Trump had ran for president, like everybody thought he was for a while, he would have had enough money to run his advertising campaign, and he might have actually gotten more support.
He might. I don't think he would have won, though. I think.
Who? Are you talking about Donald Trump?
Do you think
Yeah.
Donald Trump would have
Donald
won?
Trump would have never been president. That is like
Well, the
that
thing
is
that he
crazy.
ran off of, though, because he's had this reputation of, like, knowing how to manage money.
Yeah, but
the
he's
big thing
I mean
on
he's
the
been
mind-
bankrupt several
you
times.
can't run the country like a business. That's not how.
Yeah,
that's not
his
how
whole thing
government
was like the birth
works.
certificate. That was like the only issue he brought up whenever he was on any news
That's
channel was the
true.
birth certificate. It's like what the
And
fuck?
then
are you
once-
talking-
yeah,
It's
once
like,
he
do we
showed the
really
birth-
care?
That's
do
something-
we really care that Obama's
Yeah.
not a natural citizen?
Actually,
do
well,
we
he
really?
He is a natural citizen.
He is a
I know,
natural
but
citizen,
if
so it
he
doesn't
wasn't,
matter either
if he
way.
wasn't, do we
Well,
really care?
That would be
a
big
problem,
deal.
yes.
That would be a problem because that's part of the rules to be president.
Okay, but I'm saying, do we really care about that rule, though?
Yes, that's kind of important.
I don't care.
Well, why do you want foreigners running this country?
He's not foreign. He's lived in the United States all his life.
I feel like if you were born outside of the United States but moved there before like the
Right, he
age
was-
of like
But see, now you're
5.
making exceptions. Where's the line?
He
drawn in
Where's the
sand?
line,
He was
guys?
raised. He was raised.
if you moved here
American.
before the age of 5.
5?
5. Really?
No,
5?
let's go. Let's
I'm
go.
drawing
I'm
the
going to
line
say
at 5
3.
people.
I'm going to
Let's go
say
3.
if we're talking age, I'm going to say 3.
5-year-olds and from any foreign country are bent on the United States' destruction.
I mean, if we're
But
talking,
it's not that. It's about principle, and I'm sure. You can't run for prime minister in Europe, I assume. Without actually, I'll look it up. But you guys keep talking. I'm going to
he's
look it up.
typing. He's typing. I mean,
Wait.
look, you're raised basically. I mean, we're not gonna let like some Joe Schmo that transferred from Bangladesh.
Hey, I'm Joe Schmo, fresh off the train from Bangladesh. Yes,
I went
trains
up-
go across oceans now.
and I'm just gonna run. We're just gonna let him run for president. But if he's been here all his life, and for like a split second, for like when he was a baby, he was in Kenya or some shit. I don't care.
Yeah,
It's not gonna affect his.
That's kind of a valid question. What happens if, for some odd reason, people are on vacation when?
What do you mean?
Like,
You mean like if a pregnant woman goes on vacation, she has the baby in another country?
Yeah.
And that baby wants to be president. Then that baby can suck the other president candidates' dicks because guess what?
But
Yeah,
I
New York
understand.
accent.
No, but I understand where it comes. I can't find it right now. I have to do more research. So I won't say for sure, but I'm pretty sure other countries have similar laws where you can't run for an office. Well, you can run for any other office except for president if you're not natural born. But if you think about it, it comes from a
Right.
specific place, which is that you don't want someone who's not dedicated to the country running the country.
Who's not from here?
He's clearly is dedicated to the country. He's not. He doesn't represent like all these foreign views. I mean, he
no, and I'm not
embodies
saying
a
that.
lot
I'm
of
not
what
saying. I'm
America
not saying him, but
is.
I'm saying it could be someone.
I do have a question about this, though.
Yes.
What is your question?
Like,
We're all
what
qualified
if-
to answer it.
Yes, of course.
Sure.
Are we?
I majored in
Send-
media communications. I'm pretty
People who actually know what they're talking about send their comments in after the video.
I don't think we have any audience members who know it.
do you know what we're talking
Jesse, look this shit up.
But
This is the third
Yeah,
week in a row
but
Jesse's
yeah,
getting a mention of the
What if the two parents hold residency in America, but they aren't in America at the time of birth?
technically, by the law, that would mean that person's was born on foreign soil. But I think if you do the correct,
Yeah, I think
like,
you can easily
if you get the right
citizenship
papers,
for
you
America.
definitely. But that now for presidency, I don't think. See, that's different. That's just. You went on vacation. You had a baby while you were on vacation. I'm assuming
and that's not
what
something
you
Yeah.
that they can
like.
control.
And I don't think that would disqualify you from being president. I think it's when your parents were over in the other country, or they've lived in that country for a while. They had you there, raised you there for a few years, and then brought you back.
for a few years,
Or
like
I don't
3
know.
years.
I don't think. I don't know where the line is. But again, where do you draw the line? That's the question. So it's better to just put the line in the sand at people who weren't born in America can't run for president.
I just don't think it wouldn't affect. I mean, it clearly hasn't affected how he runs the country.
I know,
What do
and
you
I
mean-
don't
what do you
think
mean?
that.
What do
But
you mean?
he is a national
He is a-
citizen.
he is a national citizen.
So
I'm
we're
just-
talking
I'm just saying,
hypotheticals here.
The small chance, because people have always speculated that he just got elected just because.
I'm sorry. What was that, Garrett? Where are you
Why?
going with that?
Where are you going
Where
with
are you
that?
going
Where
with
are you
that,
going
Garrett?
with
What was that
I
next
mean,
thing you were going to say?
I'm saying he got elected, but there are people that still speculate that he shouldn't be elected at all, and there have been constant court cases. Like, it's gone up to the Supreme Court where people have been like, "Look, dude is not a citizen. He doesn't have his papers. He doesn't have his."
But he does have his
He did-
papers.
he
He
showed his
showed
birth
his
certificate.
papers. So we're just, if anything, we're talking about a hypothetical president who actually was not born. In
Who
the
was
US.
not born.
We're just saying, yeah.
Well, a few
How
years.
How is he even able to run without? How would he even have been able to run without showing the right birth certificate?
Because normal, rational people knew that he was a Hawaiian citizen. He was a senator, for God's sake.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
I mean,
So was
he's
Arnold
not,
Schwarzenegger.
But I'm saying, but he's not an
Oh,
unknown
shit.
Yeah, but it's
person.
known that Arnold Schwarzenegger
Yeah.
wasn't born in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
United
it's
States.
not an- it
it's not
wasn't
like
an
he like
unknown-
sprung up out of anywhere.
It
what's
wasn't
that,
an
Arnold?
unknown
What's that?
issue.
I want to run the country.
It wasn't like he's not just some Joe Schmo who was like, I'm going to run for president. Like, he was known. He was in the system. So it's not.
He's been through the system.
So that's why those claims were so like crazy, because it's like he's not just some guy from Hawaii saying, "Hey man, what would be awesome?
We just lost our Hawaiian audience
for fucking president."
from that puff.
Well, isn't that everyone in Hawaii? I mean,
All
really.
stoners in Hawaii. You know who's from the Hawaii? You know who's from
Who?
Hawaii?
Who's from
Dog the Bounty Hunter. You think he's a stoner? You think he's a stoner?
Yo, I try and say that with a straight face.
I
Try and say
apologize.
that with a
I,
straight face.
I laughed halfway through. I couldn't even get through it.
So that's all. I just
Who's Dog the Bounty Hunter?
who's I'm actually glad you don't know who he is, because that gives me hope. Okay, he had a TV show for a while, and he thinks he's badass.
I'm the bounty
And he basically
hunter.
goes around and he gets people who've skipped bail, but he's not allowed to use guns or anything, because as a bounty hunter, quote unquote, the law doesn't permit you to use guns because then you'd be a vigilante. But you can work for bail agencies and get people and bring them in for a reward. But you can't use lethal force. So they use paintball guns and like stun guns.
Mace and stuff like
And
that.
so-
I love Dog the Bounty Hunter. That show is great.
It's a funny show, but yeah, basically he's a reality show TV star.
Brah.
And
Brah.
yeah, he's
You
kind
assault
of he's
women,
kind
brah?
of eccentric as well. But he has brought a lot of people in that have skipped bail. But
It's true. He's a good person.
He's
he
good at
thinks
his job.
he thinks he's more of a badass than he actually.
You know when he had
is.
his first kid?
When
When he was 14 years old.
really
That's intense.
that is intense.
You know what I was doing when I was 14 years old?
What?
Masturbating.
Masturbating and learning Algebra 1. It's like, I don't even know.
I don't remember. That's a long time ago. for
14,
me.
what is that? Is that freshman year?
I don't know.
Is that freshman year of high school?
8th grade freshman.
8th grade freshman.
So, back to the meatloaf thing. Do you guys even really?
I forgot we started with that.
Do you guys even care that
Yeah.
celebrities endorse
Nope.
certain people?
Yeah, that means nothing to me when a celebrity endorses like a politician or something like that.
Serve to entertain and,
Yeah.
and buff up their own image.
Unless
I
it's
don't-
Tom Hanks, you can trust Tom Hanks.
Well, yeah. Of
I mean,
course.
I'm not going
It's
to say
Hanks.
Tom Hanks is a dumb person.
I'm excited for Cloud Atlas actually, but not a lot of people know about it. I'm surprised because he's been marketing it all
Angelo,
around.
what's their time?
We're at 21, so we got time.
Shouldn't we do the cats versus dogs
Oh,
thing?
yeah,
We can
we're
go a
good.
little bit over. We can go a little bit over.
No,
But yeah, we're
45.
definitely going to get cats. Don't worry, we're getting cats versus
Hey
dogs.
guys,
That's
cats and
coming up
dogs
later.
is coming.
But just to finish out, okay, we'll wrap this up though. So basically, celebrity endorsements, I don't think really should hold a lot of weight. Even important celebrities, unless they're,
I couldn't
Qualified
Is there
care
in
such
less.
field.
thing as an important celebrity?
I said qualified,
What?
but well, I mean, some celebrities are more quote unquote important in that they have more well
Their
known.
view is more respected.
Well, I guess you could say they're household names. If the more that people know them, the more that people consider their views respected.
like Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber's got.
Well, then it's
Justin
also
Bieber's
it's-
got a pretty.
But it's also the image that you have as well.
Yeah, Justin Bieber is like an immature kind of.
Oh,
Yeah.
speaking of Justin Bieber, how many of you heard about the...
Bald for Bieber.
Yeah.
What is that? I don't know what that
Oh,
is.
explain.
Okay, so basically, the good trolls on 4chan decided that they wanted to troll a bunch of Justin Bieber fans. So they made a fake post from Entertainment Today or some shit like that. And it said that Justin Bieber had cancer.
Oh.
So
Oh.
then
Which is
they
funny.
Oh no.
So then they photoshopped another Twitter post from Justin Bieber himself. And it said that, and it had him saying that several of his awesome fans had already shaved their heads to support him.
Oh no.
Yes. And then Bald for Bieber, the hashtag, actually trended on Twitter for a while. It was the #1 tweet.
Yeah.
And a large, what'd you say, a large population of
Yeah,
Bieber fans.
Many a teenage girl shaved their head.
And they posted the
and
picture.
and then realized
Oh, that's horrible.
2 days later that Justin Bieber did not actually have cancer.
If I was Justin Bieber, I just would have leaned back and just been like, "Let's see where this goes. Let's see what this goes. Let's see who's devoted to me."
He's like 18 or 19. He has like 14 tattoos,
He has 14 tattoos.
and they all look
Look,
fucking stupid.
here's the Photoshopped
Let me see the
images.
Photoshop.
And then you can see pictures of girls who
It looks.
shave their head.
It looks
It
real.
looks really good. I will say the Photoshop quality is rather good. And then you can see this girl shaved her head, and there's a large community that actually.
Actually, one of the girls in that picture is actually apparently a YouTube star who's dying of cancer.
Yeah, but
Oh wow!
Oh wow! But that
Oh,
kind of
wow.
makes me sick that girls are willing to do that for Justin Bieber when there's thousands of kids dying from cancer all the time. It's like
Yeah,
you're not going to
that's
shave
true.
your head for
It's like
any of that.
Amanda Todd.
Like you're
It's
gonna
like,
you're gonna
what?
care about Justin Bieber getting cancer, but
Right.
not some little kid.
Yeah, there's people getting cancer all the time. It's
Really? Oh, you want to bring up Amanda Todd? That's her. I keep forgetting her name. That's her name.
well, thank goodness you keep forgetting her name. Just
Angelo is obsessed with Amanda Todd.
No, I'm a big proponent of suicide prevention and awareness. But the way that they did it with Amanda Todd is they turned her into this weird, symbol. This weird,
She's glorified.
totem where, people would just come to her and just oh, she was this great person. She was no saint. Now, I don't think it should have went to killing herself, but it's you got to look at suicide is in general. You can't just focus on one person. And she just got big because, one, she was very pretty.
She was not that pretty.
Well, people assumed she was
not
pretty.
that pretty.
Garrett's got pretty high standards.
A lot of people thought she. Okay, Garrett. A lot of people thought that
Okay,
she was
I'm
pretty.
just saying she wasn't that pretty in my eyes.
And so it's like when there are a lot of people that kill themselves because, any number of reasons, they're bullied because they're too fat or they're, people think they're ugly. And those people don't get really talked about very much because it's not glamorous. It's not, the Marilyn Monroe character, basically, of, the pretty girl who, can't take life because the pressure's too hard and she kills herself. So it's like this image that they want to protrude, that the media wants to
Who's
protrude
that
out.
one? Who's that one like Marilyn Monroe-esque character that killed herself like 5 years ago?
You got to give me more.
She was
Yeah, I
like
need more than that.
She killed herself with pills. She ate a bunch of pills.
oh,
Who's that model person?
not Paris Hilton, the other one.
Nicole Richie.
Yeah, no, not Nicole Richie. It's something with
Don Knotts.
No.
Donald Trump.
Anna Nicole Smith.
Anna Nicole
Anna
Smith.
Nicole Smith, there we go.
Anna Nicole
That's
Smith.
who it is.
What the fuck why do we care about her? She was a troubled individual.
But it's not. No, we shouldn't. It's not that we shouldn't care about them. It's that we shouldn't.
We should care about.
We should care
all
about
of it.
all the unnamed
Instead of
people,
just
all the
these-
anonymous people that have killed themselves, especially
Suicide
LGBT
is just bad in
people.
general.
Exactly, it's a bad thing.
There's
And-
a lesson for you,
don't
kids.
just be glorifying one person.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we're
Glorify
coming to.
everyone.
Right.
Or
Well, not you don't want to
Don't
glorify.
glorify.
You don't want to glorify.
Bad word choice.
Yeah, you don't. I understand where you're going with it, Chris. You don't want to glorify them. You want to say, "Oh, well, there's a problem going on," and then you have to assess the problem for the people that are still alive. Like you have to move forward. I'm not saying forget them. Don't forget them. Like definitely honor them, make a memorial or whatever. But then try to fix the problem. Don't just keep treating the symptom.
Yes.
So that's my rant. So
Yes.
cats versus dogs, guys.
Cats versus dogs. Let's just
This is-
Finally,
jump
we're
into
getting
it.
to cats versus
This
dogs.
is a very important issue, actually. This is an issue that's probably been debated for ages. So
Cats versus
let's
dogs.
draw the line in the sand. Everybody go around.
All
I'm
right.
I'm a cat person myself.
I'm a dog person.
dog.
Cats. 2v2.
Oh my God!
Let's
Here we
do
go.
it.
Okay, so let's start with opening. Okay, each side will get an opening chance.
Dogs
we'll
are
give
actually
dogs first.
fun to hang out
We're
with.
That's your whole opening statement.
That's your
That's
thing.
not my. I mean, that's just. I
Okay,
thought we were only going to go back
what's your
and forth.
what's your opening statement?
All right,
Garrett?
Chris, we got it. Dogs are like fun, and they don't try to scratch you all the time.
Are you saying I could scratch my dogs? Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Dude,
Go
your
ahead.
Yeah, this is their
your
time. This
cat
is their time.
wouldn't go near anybody
You
when
can
we went to your house.
Okay, hold on.
You can also train a dog.
Yes, you can train a dog.
Okay.
Can't
Give him a
really
chance.
train
Give
a
him a
cat. Well, not
You
without
have,
a
you
lot
have
of effort.
so much more fun with a dog. A cat, you just kind of like pet it, but dogs, you can like play with them. You can do fetch with them. You can do all sorts of things. They're actually excited to see you, whereas if a cat just like acknowledges your presence and then walks away.
Actually, I will say I know we're not supposed to do counter arguments yet, but my cousin's cat is very affectionate. I will say I've woken up with her like on my chest, and then as soon as I wake up,
Yeah.
she just like licks my face because she's trying to clean me. That's what cats are doing when they're licking you. They're trying to clean you. I mean, do dogs do that? Do
Actually,
dogs
yes,
try
dogs.
to give you good hygiene?
Yes.
By cleaning you.
Yes, because dogs clean themselves all the time.
Okay, I will say this about cats.
But dogs drink out of the toilet.
Cats are so chill. Like, if I go...
Toilet water and sink water are the exact same thing.
No, but
Just
it's
like not all
poo
cats
water.
are friendly. Just like not all cats aren't friendly. Not all dogs drink out of the toilet.
True.
All right, I'm taking my opening statement here. I'm
Okay.
taking it.
Okay, go.
Okay, cats are so chill, guys. If I go over a person's house and they have a dog, I immediately know they have a fucking dog. If I go
That's
over
true.
a person's house and they have a cat, I don't know. The cat just scrolls up. I'm like, oh, you got a cat? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, what's its name? They're like, oh, Mr. Blueberry.
wrong
That's
with,
true.
like-
It's
and
an
I'm like,
event.
petting
It's
no
an
one-
event when you go
Like,
in a
but-
dog owner's house. Like,
Yeah,
if
dog
the-
owners,
the
I get
dog is
uncomfortable.
the center of the fucking.
When a dog's
room.
jumping on top of me, it's like, I can't handle it. A cat just sits up there,
What?
comes over to you if it wants, pet it.
You know,
That's cool.
it's a-
Dude,
yeah,
my
it's
dog
very-
jumps on me. I pet it, and it's awesome.
But cats, they're totally
See,
self-sufficient.
I don't like when dogs are jumping up on me, especially big dogs. Like
Seriously,
it
man, I can't
worries
take that.
me.
I can't take that.
Like I just, I can't
Cats
do it.
just like they just walk around and they like
Exactly,
don't
they're
do
chill.
anything.
They're
They're
chill.
chill.
No,
They're
it's not chill.
guys.
It's
They're
like
cool.
They don't do anything.
But they're also self-sufficient.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
will pee and poop in the litter box. A dog,
Oh, my goodness.
just
You-
shits
you
everywhere on the
everywhere.
planet.
you take them outside every 3 hours.
yeah, you
it's
have
not
to do
hard.
that. A cat, you don't take it outside. You're just like, oh, you go into the bathroom, cat. The cat's like, yeah. I'm like, good job. I'll sit
But
here
then
and
you
watch
have to
TV.
change the litter.
You do have to change it, but
snap. You don't have to change the ground.
but you still have to pick it up.
But what if it pisses?
No, I got a backyard, bitches.
What? Yeah. What if it goes to the bathroom in the house?
Yeah, what if it goes to the bathroom in the house?
But it still happens. Accidents do happen.
It happens, dude.
What, you're saying cats don't like miss the litter box?
It's rather
Did you
rare.
have to train
It's
the
much.
cat?
Yeah, you have to train the cat, but once it's done, it's done,
Yeah,
dude.
like
They're
you
smart.
never have to worry about that. Cats are very smart. You said you can't
Dogs
train
are
a
also
cat.
very smart.
I'm not saying they're not, but I think you didn't give them credit. You didn't give them credit because you
Dogs
made
are
it
smart
out
enough
like,
not to lay on keyboards.
That's true. Oh no, the cat.
So we bring it to the keyboards. Bring it to the
Just brought up
keyboards.
keyboard cat. You went over the line, guys. You stepped over the line.
I asked you to not bring up the keyboards, and you brought up the keyboards.
Now I'm gonna have to bring up the dumb way that dogs look when they eat peanut butter.
Oh.
Yeah, I said it.
Oh.
Yeah, I
You don't
said
think
it.
cats do that too?
Cats don't eat peanut butter, dude.
Dude, I'm gonna feed your cat peanut butter next time I come over.
They will look at that fucking peanut butter and be like,
Yeah,
I'm just
I
gonna-
know what
No,
happens.
I'm gonna just drown it in peanut butter.
oh
See
wow,
what it does
that's
now.
So you're gonna drown my
that's
cat?
animal cruelty.
Garrett, you're taking
Just
this a
for a
little
few
too far.
seconds.
You're
And
gonna
the-
waterboard my cat.
The
with peanut butter.
Egyptians, the Egyptians,
peanut butter
the
board.
Egyptians,
The Egyptians.
loved cats. They worship cats as gods.
They're beautiful
as
animals.
gods, Garrett.
Dogs are man's best friend.
Dude, dogs are so like dopey and dumb all the time. Cats are like beautiful. They just sit up there.
They are. They're
just like-
elegant.
They're very
beautiful. They're
elegant.
graceful.
Ha!
Dogs are just like, should I shit here or here?
This has become the stupidest argument.
This has, yes.
It really is.
I mean, that's what a cats versus dog argument is going to devolve into.
God.
Well, listen, we all know that all cats are girls and all dogs are boys, right?
Yeah,
I just like
that's
saying that
obvious.
because I
And
think it's
who
funny.
runs the world?
Girls.
No, this is not Beyonce.
Oh, I'm sorry, gays. Because
Yes, Angelo, gays run
it's true.
the
No,
world.
if you think about it, they do. They're in the arts, and the arts influences the media, which influences how people think. And
How many gay farmers do you
And they're
see
in- and
that
they're
are
in fashion?
that are running the food industry?
but the food industry doesn't control the world; they just feed the world.
How many
There's a
gay
difference.
presidents have we had?
We've had none. But well,
Actually,
Lincoln, Lincoln might have been gay.
Hoover might have been gay as well.
Hoover might have been gay. That's true. Hoover might have been gay as well. So we might have had two, maybe. We don't know. We don't know.
Wait, you said Hoover and who else?
And Lincoln. It's
okay, yeah,
speculated
I
that
was
Lincoln
just
might have been gay.
Even though there are two of them, compare that to the number of straight presidents.
We'll also compare that to the population of gay people. Only 1% of the U.S. population is gay. So
really?
yeah, it's only 1%.
That can't be
1%.
true.
It is.
That
It's a very
can't be true.
no. I'm telling you, I looked it up. You always think
That
it's a
is
higher
so-
number, but it's 1%.
I feel like because I know more gay people.
That's
than,
what people. That's what they said in the article. It's because we start to see more gay people, so we think it's a higher number. But it's only 1% of the population. There's a small,
But how many are still in the
but
closet?
that's still a lot of people. Think about like how many people there are in the U.S. and
Right.
1% of that is still a lot of
I
people.
want a statistic like 1 in every blank people.
It's
like
one.
that's what,
I
was
think
it?
it's 1 in 4, but
1
I don't
in
want to
4.
guess that.
That's 1% of the population.
No,
I
it's
don't
like
know.
one
Let
in
me
That sounds like
10.
25% of
It's
the
like 1 in
population.
10.
Okay, let me look it up. Okay.
It'd be like 1 in 4. That's like 25% of the country.
While Angelo's looking it up, let me also say this about cats. Dogs, I'm afraid to touch. Not gonna lie.
Why? You
Because
didn't
I
mind
don't-
Duke?
I know I love Duke. Like Duke is fine. Like
Duke is a
Duke's a cool
perfect
dog. You
example of
pat
a
him, like
dog.
nothing happens. But like when a dog is like jumping up at me and he's like, you said that cats scratch you. Dogs, when they jump up, they'll scratch you, dude.
That's true, but I couldn't even go near your cat. It would hiss, and then I'd be like, "Oh my god, I'm not."
Let it
going
come
near
to you. Let it come to you. That's the beauty of a
Yeah,
cat. You don't have to.
What was I doing for like 5 minutes? I was like, I was holding my hand out, and it was just like looking at it. It was
Yeah,
just staring at it like dopily.
At least it's not like a dog where it's like you're standing there and it's like you cannot get away from them. It's like they are. I can't even describe. I know I'm sounding like I'm hating on dogs right now, but
You're so
seriously,
hating on
when you're
dogs.
in a room with a dog, the dog will not stop jumping on everyone and
Listen,
everything in that
Hassan
room.
Should I bring in this Hassan?
This
Now-
is not
Do I need
true
to
at
bring
all. My dog does not do that.
I don't know. A lot of dogs,
A lot of dogs do
like
that.
to- and it's not to say that it's a bad thing. It's just in their nature. They're
It's just
A lot
I
of
can't
old
handle
dogs,
it.
A lot of old dogs don't do that. They don't jump.
because
Yeah.
they're too old to do it. Their bones don't work
But it's
anymore.
like when I'm at home, it's like I just want to sit down. I don't want like
Exactly.
any chaos happening
Like
around
yeah,
me.
like it's
And
always
it's not
an
chaos,
event. It's an
though.
event when
It's
it
not
happens.
an event. It's just dog's happy to see you. He wants to express his love.
Do I
for
have
you.
to say this, Garrett? Do I have to say
It
this?
picks me up.
Do I have to say this?
What?
Dogs can suck cats' dicks. Okay.
Even
But I
though
thought
all
we
cats
are-
are girls,
Yeah.
yes.
they can eat out their vaginas.
Dogs can suck on.
Eat out their pussies.
Wait. Okay.
Anyway,
I was about to insult. Dogs.
Interesting. Now, this isn't exactly what we were talking about, but it's interesting. The Hamburg Institute for Sexual Research conducted a survey of the sexual behavior of boys aged 16 and 17. That's not a very large demographic. But anyway, they did it in the 1970s, and then they repeated it in 1990. And 18% in 1970 of boys aged 16 and 17 reported to had at least one same-sex sexual experience, which doesn't make them gay, but it just, means they've had
Gay
experience.
sex doesn't make you gay, kids.
Well, no, it
look
doesn't.
at that. Look at that. Yeah,
the
read the
number,
rest.
and then the number dropped by 2% in 1990. And here's a quote from the article.
It went down.
Ever since homosexuality became publicly agreed to be an innate sexual orientation, boys' fear of being seen as gay has, if anything, increased. So,
Wow.
meaning that they're afraid to experiment because they don't want to be classified in this sexual orientation.
Right.
So, and like you said, Garrett,
I don't know
having a sex experience does not make you gay. That just means you tried something and then you maybe learned that you liked it or didn't like it.
If I kill somebody, that makes me a murderer, but does that make me a serial killer?
No, but that's different. It doesn't just because you, I don't know, mutually masturbated with your friend when you were 15. I'm not saying you did that. I'm saying, for example, so say you did that.
Well, in Garrett's
case, he did do
and
that,
that's considered a same-sex sexual experience. But that doesn't mean you're going to eventually turn out to be gay. That means you could just be a straight man that had a same-sex experience.
Here's one for you.
You're
If
just
I
bonding.
It's not even that.
It was
it's
just
that,
a bonding experience.
See, because again, sexual orientation is part of your genes. It's part of your genetics. So just because you have a same-sex interaction doesn't mean you, one, liked it, and doesn't mean, two, that you're...
Well, here's a better analogy. If I go out and I drink and I get drunk one night, that doesn't make me an alcoholic if I get drunk one night.
Exactly.
Well, there you go. We could make analogies all day. I mean, they're just really come down to
Chris, you
metaphors.
got to make an analogy.
Hold on.
Chris is out of analogies.
Oh, damn.
Yep.
Well, if you got one, tell us later. So it's an interesting thing, but I can understand where that comes from. That was a
See
really
this?
interesting statistic.
This doesn't
'cause-
make me
Oh, that
gay.
was pretty interesting.
so I think
I'm not gay.
Garrett's sucking on his own penis and he's saying that it's not gay.
I'm not gay. Get a picture of this.
okay. Anyway, so what I thought was interesting with that is it does make sense. It's almost like, I mean, it's great that being gay is accepted as an actual orientation now, but at the same time, it might make it harder in certain circumstances for gay people to be accepted because, like it said, boys are now even more afraid statistically that they'll be called
Still
gay.
wanna.
And I can definitely see that how people when people see something either like a gay like a homosexual interaction on television or anything like that,
Yeah.
there's like a visceral reaction from people to like distance themselves from that immediately, so no one thinks that they are gay as well. They're afraid to think that people are gay. Like I've seen people. There's an SNL sketch called the Fogel Checks. If you guys have seen that,
I have.
where
Oh,
the,
yeah, I
where
like
it's like
that
the
sketch.
father and son will literally make out during the sketch to be
Yeah.
like, oh, we're just showing our love, and then they make
So
out.
that's not
And I've
just gay;
seen-
that's incestuous.
And then I've seen people like literally like go, oh my god, that's so gay, and like immediately distance themselves from it because they're afraid that like enjoying that comedy sketch would make them seem gay.
exactly.
It's all in good humor.
Exactly. It's
I love how they go straight towards the gay thing and not the fact that it was incest.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's
No
You're going to be
people-
offended about anything. If be offended about the incest,
Well, did you know more states allow first cousin marriages than they do allow gay marriages?
which is a little
Isn't
messed
that
up.
great? More states allow you to have sex with animals than states that allow you to have a
That's
same-sex
messed up.
marriage.
That's messed. I mean, listen, I'm not saying let's repeal that. I'm saying.
Scott's been spending quite an awful amount of time.
I
in the
like
States.
cats. All right. It's like no, that was horrible.
Well, I mean, all cats are girls, so
Right.
you'll never be considered gay.
I'm not gay,
Scott
guys.
loves that pussy.
So many levels. So many levels.
And actually, if we're talking about animals, I must say I'm partial to baby animals. Like any kind of baby animal, I will be in love with.
I agree.
Like I'll play with a puppy, and I'll play with a kitten, and I'll play with any other fucking baby animal you got. Even if it's a baby like cougar, if it's a fucking baby, I'm playing with it.
It's like a baby
But-
phoenix or something.
Oh my god,
A
that
baby
would
phoenix.
Yes, sign me
Yes.
up. Nail.
Holy crap,
What's
yes.
that ferocious animal?
Like a baby,
like a jaguar,
a baby jaguar.
A baby.
a baby like alligator,
A baby.
a baby.
What?
Could you just imagine that
a
for a
premature
second?
baby?
A premature, just
A preemie?
playing with-
Inception.
Well, I'm not gonna play with a 3-pound baby.
Look at this cute little fetus.
Toss him around. Toss him around.
Yeah.
Fetus.
Look,
You're playing.
He
you're playing
still got his umbilical
ping
cord.
pong with fetus.
Playing fast and loose with that fetus, man.
Yes.
So anyway, no, but I will say I'm partial to baby animals. Like if they could stay babies, that would be my perfect pet. Like if I could keep it
Just
as
to
a baby.
keep it a baby, yeah.
Yeah.
You know that one episode of Pokemon where Pikachu's about to evolve and Ash is like,
Exactly.
"No!"
Same thing. It's like I don't want a Raichu. I want a fucking Pikachu. Maybe even a Pichu if I can get my hands on it.
Raichus.
That was a beautiful episode, by the way. That episode really touched me.
Can we all just take a stance and say that we don't like Raichus?
Dude,
Raichu suck.
I don't mind. I'm
P3,
impartial
the
to
podcast that
Raichus.
hates Raichus.
I gotta do the voice.
Okay, do the voice.
P3E Podcast. We fucking hate Raichus.
P3E, your podcast for the next generation. I don't even know.
That was horrible.
Listen, guys, it'll get better each week.
So,
Get better. if
hopefully.
I do
yeah.
it.
You got to admit it's getting better.
It is. We're
It's-
definitely
okay.
we're just doing better.
No one's going to join in on that.
I don't know that song.
Okay.
Neither do I.
So I really liked how this one went.
This one went good. Leave us your comments.
And tell your friends. Tell your friends.
Tell your friends.
Share this shit.
Yeah, share the Facebook page. Share the YouTube
The Facebook page?
The Facebook page. I can't talk today. I'm sorry. Share that. Share the YouTube page. Share it all. Share it the fuck all.
Share it all.
Like, favorite, and
Like
subscribe.
spam
Send us
people's
articles.
walls. Send us articles. Yes, we used Dalton's
Thanks,
article.
Dalton.
Thank you again, Dalton Lewis, for the article.
We will give you a shout out in
We
the
ju-
episode.
We
Yes.
already.
Well, there it
out.
is. Well, there it went.
Dalton's got like 50 shout-outs in this episode.
know.
I put Dalton in the freaking other channel section on our YouTube page.
Yeah,
too.
it's
you
the
really?
Dalton. Definitely check out It's
Well,
the
'cause it
Dalton.
has
It's a
your
great
stuff on
channel.
it.
Okay, I'm going to whisper so Dalton can't hear me, but I don't like that. I don't like that. I want you to take that down. Oh my god. All right.
But
Dude, let's just-
It's the Dalton actually did their 50th episode already. So
I love how you're saying there. Like it's like a group
it
of
is a
people.
group. Okay, it's a group. I'm trying to make it sound
I love
professional.
Dalton's videos. They're hilarious.
They
Everyone
are
should watch them.
so funny. And my short film Teenagers is on there as well.
Well, let's not go too far.
Shameless self plug over there.
It's okay. It's not the best, but I'm hoping to follow it up with maybe a video in. A short film in this year's Light Struck, which is
just like to say
my school's
all their fucking
film
videos.
festival.
Oh my god!
So definitely check that out if that happens.
Angelo, I know this is the bad time, but I just want to tell you that I think that Garrett's really unattractive.
What? That guy.
I understand.
Listen, I don't think, dude. They're fucking
They just don't understand.
Angela has
Sounds like this.
I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening. I don't know.
Fuck off! P3E Podcast. We'll see you next week. See you later.